guys. So, I'll visit for a minute here. The fall is a funny time of transition, and every fall I go through periods of depression. I'm having one right now. I recognize it very clearly. I'll tell you one thing I'm really happy about is I'm glad I'm not working right now, because this is the most excruciating time of year to work, and I'm amazed I'm not crazier than I am, because for 30 plus years working mental health, the fall is an extremely stressful time of the year with the holidays, really unhappy, really tragic time of year. And this is when I have traditionally battled with my inner depression the most. It's you folks that have it know that you don't switch it on and off. It's not situational. It's not depression because my cat died or because I didn't win the lottery. It's a wave. It's a natural wave you go through. So I'm glad I'm not working, but it does also cause me to kind of want to hibernate and kind of go underground. I'm a Cancer, and so it's my nature to kind of crawl back into my shell. It's one of the pluses of living alone, and it's why I prefer to live alone, because when I'm like this, if I don't want to be seen or I don't want to see you, you don't want to deal with me. We're listening to The Long Hello. It's basically by Van der Graaf Generator without Peter Hamill. I love this album. David Jackson on flute and saxes, Guy Evans on drums. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. This is the best song on the album. There's a couple other really good ones, but I wanted to play this. So let me talk a little bit about music. What I've been doing actually is I haven't been playing a lot of records. I've been actually watching a fair amount of documentaries and stories about music. It's something that I really enjoy. And sometimes when I am bored with records or whatever you want to call it, then I just want to absorb knowledge. What I've watched recently of great interest is I've watched a couple of documentaries on black metal, which I find very interesting, and I am not at all bothered by some of the inferred Aryan or supremacist. Some people say that about some of the bands. I don't know if it's true. I find it interesting. And I understand now where a lot of the early black metal bands, when they made their records, they made them lo-fi on purpose, and that's part of the appeal in some ways. And the whole thing with Burzum and Death of Mayhem, intriguing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do like the music actually. I'm more drawn to it than I am to hip hop. I don't know why. I am. But something else that I've done recently is pulled. I've been listening to music when I do it. I've been listening to this, but I pulled some CDs because everything you want to listen to isn't always on vinyl, and sometimes playing the CD is just easier. So I've been listening to National Health, and this is the complete National Health 2-disc box set. I was mainly listening to the first two albums, which I have on vinyl, but it was just easy to just play the CD. This is a nice package, by the way. I also played some of this Norma with Chris Cutler. This is called L'arpa e l'asino. L'arpa e l'asino. And it's Chris Cutler from Henry Cow with Phil Minton and some Italian fellas whose names I don't recommend. I mean, I don't recognize right away. Put out by Recommended Records. This is some sort of 3-part composition. Somewhere between jazz, Canterbury, and classical music. It's excellent. Norma. I don't know if it's ever been on vinyl. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, my local record store would have these sidewalk sales in the summer, and they would just clear out CDs mainly. So I would buy tons of them for $1, 2 for $1, and just to find out later what it was about. So last night I did some listening and dug out some things I haven't listened to. I'll just show you the stack of what I grabbed. I didn't play everything. I have it on vinyl. Alexander Spence, or we know that's great. Michael Franti, Spearhead, originally in the Beatniks, which became the Disposable Heroes of Hip-Hoperacy, who I have seen live, and they are good. He's very good. Conscious. I like the fact that he tries to be conscious, you know what I'm saying? In his lyrics, actually saying something. Sparrow. I didn't play this. This is something that my friend Randy LeMasters gave me that I love. Kind of ambient. The Beauty of Strangeness. Spanish Fly. I didn't play. This is jazz. Stephen Bernstein, Marcus Rojas, Tronzo. New York Jazz is what I would remember this as being. I played this. Space-Time Continuum, Remit Recaps. An early release on Astralworks. This is really good. I was listening to the Autechre mix. Space-Time Continuum. This is some good stuff. Now this is what I listened to because I'd never listened to it, and I bought it years ago on sale. Space Raiders. Laid Back. And this is so-so. Kind of electro. You can tell it's early 2000 electro. And this one is called I Need the Disco Doctor. This one's kind of goofy. Space Raiders, I Need the Disco Doctor. This is kind of crap, actually. Here's one that I didn't remember at all. Space Mood and Electric Soul. It's a compilation on the Plastic label. A couple things on here stood out. Funky Porcini on here was really good. That's what stood out. Once again, it's something I took a chance on, didn't know anything about it. Here's a band I took a chance on. This sucks, and I'm just kind of stuck with it. You can't really, trade CDs too much now. But this band, Space, Diary of a Wimp, and Dark Clouds. The instrumental version of Dark Clouds is good when you don't hear the band actually singing. The track is good. This is terrible, Diary of a Wimp. This is awesome. Space Explosion. See, I forget about stuff that I have. This is a jam session between Dieter Mobius of Cluster, Manny Neumeier of Guru Guru, Joachim Engler of Die Krups, Chris Carrere of Amandol, and Zappy Dermeyer and Jean-Hervé Perron of Faust. This is really good. Space Explosion. It's a jam. This music lightens my mood. This takes a minute to get going, but it does. This is really good. Space Explosion. Now here's something I forgot. Completely forgot about. That first song is my favorite. I'm going to move on. Gets me in the right mood. That's what I like about music. It can just really be so helpful. So I'm gonna play this Harouki Zombi. I like this. It's this new single by them. I like what the girls are doing. I know Arenda Fink is married to Todd Fink, but I'm in love with that girl. I have been forever. She just She's amazing. I like this Harouki Zombi. And it's in a nice purple vinyl. I'll show that right quick. Nice. Something else I played on CD yesterday, forgot about. I just forget so much. Sovetsko Photo, The Art of Beautiful Buffing, featuring Fred Frith and John Zorn. This is an odd thing. It's not typical John Zorn or Fred Frith music. It's this kind of real German sounding modern rock. And they make their contribution, but it's pretty unusual. It's pretty good too. Something else that I forgot all about was Sounds from the Ground. And the album is called Kin. Electro, this is real good. All instrumental. This is real nice. Sounds from the Ground. Then I didn't play it, but I have Soul Coughing. I have something else by this guy. I didn't play it yet. But those are out. Let me see if I can show some. And are there any records? Oh, I pulled this. I was watching a couple of different videos. Big Star showed some Brazilian recently, and Eric Stiegels showed something. And then I just remembered this album, Cantares. This was given to me by a friend of mine who used to gig down in Brazil regularly. And some students down there that she knew gave her this album. They play on it. It's a mixture as far as what it sounds like. Some of it's, it's Brazilian, but you can tell it's kind of well, how did I describe this? There's a mixture of styles on here. Some of it is well played and some of it is not. But I'm glad she gave this to me because I think this is probably hard to find. And some of this is really good. Cantares Project Torquato Nito. One name that's on here that I do recognize is Jacques Morlenbaum. He plays cello on here. So I listened to this yesterday and it's pretty enjoyable. Another vinyl that I played, I'm going to just go a little bit longer here, folks. Spend a little bit of time with you. Someone I do miss making videos, who has stopped making videos for a while, is Chris Goodwin. Chris, if you watch, hey. You know, I really wanted this Flight Egg, but it's only got a couple of things on it that I like. I like on the B-side the fact that the second song rips off I Talk to the Wind by King Crimson. But mostly this is a record I'm not going to be listening to, but I'm glad I bought it. I wanted it, you know what I mean? But this is an example of something that I more want for my collection than I really like, to be honest. I was listening to this, Kingdom of Rust, Doves. Wow. You know, I just forget, you know. Music brings me up. As you can hear while I'm talking, I'm brightening up as I talk. That's the power of the music. Oh, something else I watched. I watched a documentary on Flying Nun Records out of New Zealand. Very interesting. Definitely a labor of love. That was very interesting to see that the label was started by someone who had nothing, just wanted the music, period. And they figured it out all later. But I have Stunt Clown by Headless Chickens. This is great. This is very, very good on Flying Nun. So once again, I don't want to be making 20-minute videos because I watch a little bit of video, but when they're long, it's hard. It's hard to sit through. I mean, you got to really capture my interest. I can't remember your name, but a new fella just made his first video from England. Some progressive rock. He showed the first Pekka Pajola album, which I knew about, but you know, I don't have it, so I forgot that I don't have the first one. The stack of stuff that he showed was excellent, and that's what really turns me on. I love everyone in the vinyl community. It's really, I'm not going to watch videos where all show me your Beatles or your latest Kiss. I love you guys, but I'm not going to, you start showing the same old shit. So that's not what I want to do with my time, but I love you. And I'm glad that we're all together doing our thing. Vinyl rocks. I'll end with a few thoughts about, let me put just a little more music on. I will share a few thoughts about recent current events. There's been a lot going on. Let me just put this on right quick. So here in America, the election is over, but the madness and it continues. It's like, it's just crazy, it's just crazy to me. It just seems like it's more important to play the game than to actually do something in real life to make anything better. That's the way it appears to me. That it's a furious, like, heads down, we're playing this game till it's over. That's the way politicians and world leaders look to me. It's like everyone talks, but we do next to nothing. The latest bullshit in here in America is this big flap over General Petraeus getting some booty and being concerned about security. It's just crazy. These people all look like complete buffoons, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how can any of you other people take these guys seriously? All they want is some ass in the first place. People that are in power, they want the power for themselves. They don't want the power for us. And once they get there, the whole game is so corrupted that you lose your way. General Petraeus, great soldier, so I hear, but not so great that he couldn't chase some ass. And why do we care? See, that's the other thing that bothers me about our hypocrisy. Everybody is thinking about sex all the time. So why do we act like we don't? Why is it such a big issue that people want to have sex? Why do you idiots, and I'm going to say you idiots that cheat and have affairs, why did you get married in the first fucking place? It doesn't make any sense to me. It never has, You get married and make these vows, and you go and fuck somebody else. Huh? What? So, that's just crazy. It's just crazy, That's why music is king and queen to me. I just get lost in some good sounds because this world is just nuts. And you just got to play it out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to enjoy each day best I can. This is wild, isn't it? Headless Chickens. It's not that this music is any better or any worse. It's just different, you know what I'm saying? I done heard Stevie Nicks enough. I done heard enough Jodeci for a lifetime. Definitely have heard enough B.B. King for a couple lifetimes. All that music is good, but my whole premise is what else the fuck is out there, What else is going on musically, This is good shit. Oh, the last thing I want to say is I forgot to share that Stefan73 sent me some goodies besides the music. He sent me an Aphex Twin sticker. For window liquor, isn't that cool? Yeah, I'll be using this baby. He gave me a little flyer for Mini Pops. Love the band Mini Pops. And the tapes got back together. Not the tapes in America, but the one over there. And then there was a little book that he gave me. I put it in the drawer here. Some kind of music guide. Here it is. I'd never seen this either. I love stuff like this. Subculture. So once again, Stefan's. Thank you.